Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mati-Ullah-Khattak teaching English. This lecture is in continuation with the earlier one, in which towards the end Nelson Mandela urged his nation that it is high time to build our nation and to heal the wounds that this nation received in the past. So the objectives set for this lesson are the same. You must keep these objectives in mind while listening to the lecture and try to attain them at all possible cost. So let us move to the next paragraph, in which he says to his nation, to the guests who were present, that we have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. We succeeded to take our last steps to freedom in condition of relative peace. We commit ourselves to the constitution of a complete, just, and lasting peace. We have triumphed in the effort to implant hope in the breasts of the millions of our people. We enter into a covenant that we shall build the society in which all South Africans, both black and white, will be able to walk tall without any fear in their hearts, assured of their inalienable right to human dignity, a rainbow nation at peace with itself and the world. As a token of its commitment to the renewal of our country, the new interim government of national unity will, as a matter of urgency, address the issue of amnesty for various categories of all our people who are currently serving terms of imprisonment. Now let us see the difficult words, expressions, and important points. He tells the audience that we have at last achieved our political emancipation. Political emancipation means political freedom. What kind of political freedom? That they have succeeded in getting the right to vote, the right to get health facilities, get education. So these are political emancipation, political freedom. They have been given this privilege that they can be elected and they can become the part and parcel of the National Assembly. So they have got political emancipation. We pledge ourselves, and then he says in a very formal way that we promise ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage, that we shall give freedom to all our people from the continuing bondage. Bondage means chains, slavery of poverty, the chains of poverty, deprivation. Deprivation means they are deprived of certain rights. They will get their rights. So they will no more feel this deprivation. They will no more be deprived of their due rights. They will no more be suffering in this state of South Africa. There will be no gender and other discrimination. Gender means on the basis of male or female. On the basis of male and female, they will not be discriminated. they will not be treated as differently. Next, he tells the audience, we have succeeded to take our last steps to freedom. So they have succeeded in getting their freedom, and this is the last step to get their freedom completely. And then he tells, and we have got this freedom in relatively peaceful condition. Relative peace means that as compared to any other state where people got their freedom, and if this freedom is compared to that freedom which had the same condition as they have, he tells them that we got this freedom in comparatively peaceful condition. We commit ourselves, we promise ourselves. So commit means promise ourselves, we pledge ourselves. I have this commitment to the constitution of a complete, just and lasting peace, to the construction of a complete, just and lasting peace. So he gives commitment that he shall try to build complete, just and lasting peace in the country. We have triumphed. Triumphed over here means we have succeeded. We have come out as victorious in the effort. We have succeeded in what? In the effort. What kind of effort? To implant hope. That we have implant means install, to plant, to produce. That we have produced hope. Hope where? In the breast of the millions of our people. We have at least gave them hope. Hope of what? That there will be peace, there will be fair and just system, there will be justice in this country. So we have planted this hope in the breast of millions of our people. We enter into a covenant. Covenant once again means to make commitment, to pledge, to make promise in a formal way. So we enter into a covenant. He tells them that I promise. So this is a very formal way to say I promise that we shall build the society in which all South Africans, that I promise you today here from this stage, that I will try to make a society, to build a society, to establish a society in which all South African, whether they are black or white, they will be feeling proud of. To walk tall means they will feel proud of being the member of this society, a South African society. Without any fear in their hearts, they will have no fear in their hearts. They will be assured, they will feel assured of their inalienable rights to human dignity. Human dignity in the sense that they will not be deprived of their right to vote, their right to get health facilities, their right to get education, their right to travel, their right to get elected to the National Assembly. So this is human dignity. Human dignity will be maintained here on this land of South Africa. So this right will not be snatched from them anymore. Inalienable. Inalienable, as you can see, inseparable. It cannot be detached. It cannot be withdrawn from them anymore. So a rainbow nation at peace with itself and the world. He calls his nation a rainbow nation. Why does he call a rainbow nation? Because it is inhabited by different races, people from different origin. There are black, there are white, there may be Christian, there may be Catholic, there may be other people from other origin. So they are from different origin, they are different races, but they are living with peace not only with itself but with the whole world. That's why he calls a rainbow nation at peace with itself and the world. Although it is means South Africa is inhabited by people from different races, from different origin, yet they are living peacefully. They are not living only peacefully in this country but with the whole world. So he is praising his nation. In the next paragraph, he tells, as a token of its commitment to the renewal of our country, he assures, as a symbol of its commitment to the renewal of our country, that we have committed, that we have promised, that we have entered into a covenant to make this country a new one. We shall prove it as an example to the world. He urges the interim government of national unity, interim government, temporary government, that is set up until the actual government comes into power. Interim government works until the actual government, which is elected for 5 years or more years, until that government comes into power, this government works. So he calls the interim government of national unity to, as a matter of urgency, that the interim government should consider it as an urgent task. As a matter of urgency, it should be taken as an urgent task. What is the task? That they should give amnesty. They should issue amnesty. Amnesty means to give general pardon to various categories of prisoners. It is usually made or done on international level. It can be made or done at a national level. So he is requesting, he is asking, he is urging the interim government of national unity that it should be considered as a matter of great urgency. It should be taken as a matter of great urgency to provide amnesty for various categories of our people. That most of our people are lying in jail, they are behind the bars. They should be given freedom, they should be released from the jail, they should be given pardon, so that the promise to make this country is fulfilled. Who are currently serving terms of imprisonment. Currently serving terms of imprisonment means they are in jail for one reason or the other reason. Currently serving terms of imprisonment. They are in jails. They are behind the bars. Why are they behind the bars? Because they were asking to get their political emancipation, political rights, basic rights to life, and they were sent to jail, just like those black Americans which we had talked about in the speech given by Martin Luther, where they had just come out of the jails, and Martin Luther told them that I know that some of you have just come from trials and tribulation, but we should continue our struggle for this freedom. In the same way, Nelson Mandela here tells the interim government that they should give this general pardon to the prisoner who are in jail these days. The next and the last paragraph of this speech, he extends once again thankfulness to those heroes and heroines in his country who work day and night to make this day possible. So we dedicate this day to all the heroes and heroines in this country and the rest of the world who sacrificed in many ways to surrendered their lives so that we could be free. Their dream have become reality. Freedom is their reward. We are both humbled and elevated by the honor and the privilege that the people of South Africa have bestowed on us as the first president of a united, democratic, non-racial and non-sexist South Africa to lead our country out of the valley of darkness. We understand it still that there is no easy road to freedom. We know it well that none of us acting alone can achieve success. We must therefore act together as united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world. Let there be justice for all, let there be peace for all, let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. Let each know that for each the body, the mind, and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another and suffer the indignity of being the skunk of the world. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. So he has prepared a very comprehensive speech in which he has not left even a single member of the society to be thankful to. He extends thankfulness to the heroes and heroines, not of his country only, but to the hero and heroines of the whole world. So who is a hero or heroine? One who fights for something good or great cause. A hero or heroine may be defined one who fights for a great cause at national level or international level. He is then called the hero or heroine of that nation, of that century, of that era. So Nelson Mandela tells them that we dedicate this day to all the hero and heroines, whether they were for my country or they come from the rest of the world. Anywhere they sacrificed, anywhere in the world they sacrificed their life for a great cause. I am going to dedicate this day to their name, who sacrificed in many ways and surrendered. Surrendered here also means sacrificed their lives so that we could be free. They sacrificed their lives only because they wanted us to live a free life, like a free bird. That's why they deserve to be called hero and heroines, and he dedicated this day to them. Their dreams have come reality, freedom is their reward. Even though they are not present because they have sacrificed their life, they are not present among us, but their dream have become a reality. Their dream has come true. And what is their reward? Their reward is their freedom, that we have got this freedom. Next he tells them that we are both humbled and elevated. We are feeling highly a very high we are in a high state of happiness, humbled and elevated. We are very much happy, we are extremely happy, but at the same time we are feeling humbled When you feel humiliated, you are humbled by the honor. So he is feeling extremely happy, but at the same time, he tells them that I am humiliated as well, that by the honor and the privilege that you, the people of South Africa, you have you have given me this honor and this special right, that you have elected me as the first president of a united democratic setup, means where the president or prime minister is elected through the voting system of the people. So he was elected as the president through this voting system, and the government he established was non-racial. There will be no discrimination on the basis of races, non-sexist. There will be no difference on being a male or female South Africa. So we shall establish a state where there will be no difference on the basis of being male or female, or from what race do you come, and we have established this system through a voting system. So to lead our country out of the valley of darkness, disappointment, we shall try at all possible level to drag this nation, drag this country out of the darkness, out of disappointment, out of this bad condition. We understand it still that there is no easy road to freedom. So he emphasizes that it is not an easy task to get freedom from another nation, to come out of slavery, or to end the feelings of deprivation. It is not an easy job to do. It is not an easy task to perform. So that's why he tells them, we understand it still that there is no easy road to freedom. It is not an easy task, job to get freedom. We know it well. I am well familiar with this. We know it well means I am well familiar with this thing, that none of us acting alone can achieve success. That it is not the job of a single person to make this possible, to make this day possible, to be successful, to make this dream come true. It was not the job of a single person. We must therefore act together as united people. So whatever we shall do in the future, we shall act together as united people for national reconciliation, national establishment, reconciliation, establishment of friendly relation, for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world. If we want to make a new world, if we want to make this nation great, if we want to establish friendly relationship in the whole nation and the members of the society, we should stand united for it. We should work together for it. Let there be justice for all. Everyone should get justice. This is his slogan. Let there be justice for all. Everyone should get justice. Let there be peace for all. Everyone should live peacefully. There should be work, bread, water, and salt for all. So this is the slogan that he made toward the end of his speech. Let each know that for each the body, the mind, and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. It should be known to everyone that everyone has the right to stay free. His mind should be free, his body should be free, his soul should be free, so that he could fulfill all the desires that he has in his life. That's why let each know that for each the body, the mind, and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. Everyone should have this feeling that his body, his mind, his soul, he is completely free to and make himself fulfill in all possible ways. These are the very important words of his speech. and you may see it quoted at different places, that never and never and never shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. It shall never happen again. It will never happen again in this country that one becomes the sufferer and the other inflict oppression upon him. It will never happen again in this country that one is deprived and the other kills him or the other oppresses him. It will never be the part of this land. Beautiful land will never experience the oppression of one by another. Oppression of one by another, one should not inflict cruelty or oppression upon the other and suffer the indignity of being the skunk of the world. As I had told you, that the world called South Africa is the skunk of the world. Skunk as an animal, and it releases a very bad smell in order to defend itself. So, skunk of the world, the most disliked thing in the world. The most disliked thing in the world, which gives out a very bad smell. Such a thing is called skunk of the world. The world cut off its relationship, its relations with South Africa. Why? Because they considered it as the center of racism. It was called the base of racism, the center of racism. So the world was not going to make any sort of relations with South Africa. It was rejected by each and every country across the world, and now the world has taken South Africa back into its bosom. As I had taught you, that the world has accepted South Africa again, and they have come to take the possession of this system in this country, in their country. So South Africa shall never suffer the indignity. South Africa shall never suffer the indignity of being the skunk of the world. This disrespect, indignity, disrespect, shall never suffer this disrespect to be called the skunk of the world. It should not be called the most disliked thing in the whole world. So the sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. He exclaims that this is the most beautiful day, and such a day may not be witnessed by a sun and the history of man again. So this is the most beautiful day, glorious, a human achievement. It is an achievement of great value for all human beings, and the sun shall never see such an achievement in the history of man. Let freedom reign. There should be freedom for all. Reign means rule. There should be freedom for all. At the end, he blesses America. He prays for America, that God bless not America, sorry. He blesses Africa. He prays for Africa, that God bless Africa. So this is the end of this chapter. And the next lecture, inshallah, we shall discuss the short question of this chapter. If you have any problem, do ask me. Thank you very much.